Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Andy.
John.
Tim. And we've just finished playing The Gallerist, which is about running an art gallery, essentially. So you're trying to acquire paintings in your art gallery, which you can then sell. You're sort of trying to get the price to go up, and then you sell your paintings. You might have sculptures and other kinds of artwork. But it's very much a heavy euro. There's an awful lot going on. But in terms of taking actions, it's actually relatively simple. There are only 4 spaces you can go on this entire board, which are indicated by these kind of white ones here. So if I take my guy and go here, then I can sort of sign a contract, if you like, to sell a certain kind of painting. So it might be that I want to, in the future, sell some kind of sculpture. So I'd take this and put it on one of my spots here. And I'm going to try and fulfill this later in the game. This is also the spot, alternatively, where you could sell some of your art that you've acquired in the gallery. So that's one space. The next space over here is where you can either discover a new artist. At the start of the game, most of these are the other way round, and you can kind of flip them over to discover them, and then they'll start producing art. And there's a little kind of price thing here. So the alternative action here is you can actually buy one of their pieces of art. So wherever the cube is at the moment, you're paying, in this case, it would be 10 coins to buy the piece of artwork. And then you acquire one of the ones from the pile, and you stick it in your gallery. And usually when you buy art, there's various bonuses you're getting. So in this case, it makes the price of the art sort of how good the artist is in terms of how renowned the artist is. So when you sell it, you're going to get more money. It gives you a couple of tickets as well. I'll explain tickets in a minute, but tickets are the way you get visitors to come into your art gallery. And that's pretty much that for that one. Just be aware that in terms of how you track the price here, you have these little things at the side of the board. So depending on how far, you can see there are little stars, green and orange stars here. Depending on how far it goes up, this indicates the price that you can actually sell the artwork for. This space then, again, there's 2 things you can do. You can get more assistants. Now the assistants are very handy. So these are the ones I've actually acquired, but you have to pay to get more of them. When I take another action, if I decide to move and take this action down here, I can leave one of my assistants behind over here, and then if someone else takes this action, so let's say John comes over here and takes this action, he kicks me out, and I kind of get a free bonus action when he does that. So you really want to leave those assistants behind to get those free actions. And if somebody just goes in your spot where your main gallerist guy is, then you're also going to get that free action. So that's very useful. You really want to maximize the use of that if possible. But just coming back to this action, so you can improve the reputation of the various artists, which increases the price of the artwork, and also give you a few bonuses in terms of getting usually tickets and people coming into your gallery. And then finally, you've got like end game scoring section over here. So you kind of take one of your assistants, the other use for the assistants really, and you have to have a certain amount of people in your lobby area. So each gallery has a lobby on the outside and the main gallery itself. And then you're either sticking a guy down here depending on whether or not you have certain pieces of artwork, and you kind of claim the end game scoring tile. This gives me 3 coins and 1 reputation for every piece of art that I've hanging in my gallery. And there's lots of different types of those. All down here you can pay money to get extra bonuses here. So this might get you more tickets, an extra free assistant. But what I really need to explain then just finally is the actual assistants, the visitors themselves. There's 3 kind of visitors, and you can spend tickets to get them to come into your gallery. So if I spend 1 brown ticket, the brown guy moves to here. If I spend a 2nd brown ticket, you can get him all the way into your gallery. And when they're in your gallery, there's various kind of bonuses that can be triggered. So for example, this one here, you're getting money according to the number of brown guys plus the number of white guys in your gallery. So in this case, 2 brown guys would give me 4 cash, plus the 4 white guys gives me another 4 cash. So that'd be lots of money. The pink one's the same kind of thing, except it's a reputation track. So you see there's like a reputation track along the bottom here. It counts, it gives you money at the end of the game. But also, I was talking about this kicking out action. If you want to take not just a little bonus action, but the actual full action of this space, which can be very powerful, then you have to kind of drop your marker down to the next sort of pink space here. So you lose quite a bit of reputation, but you're getting a big action in compensation. So you run around taking all these actions, trying to acquire the art, essentially just trying to get as much money as you can. You sort of get to sell all your art at the end. There's quite a lot of end game scoring. Whoever has the most money at the end is the winner. What do we think?
I really like this. I think Vital Lacerda, along with Solido, and Santiero are probably my favourite designers. Yeah, Vital Lacerda just does big games that have very few actions but have lots of interacting mechanics that just sort of take a lot of getting around in your head for how to use them effectively. Because this, all you do is you discover, buy, get contracts, sell, maybe do some improving of their reputation in the middle. But it's so tight. It's like you never have enough money, you never have enough influence, which is the track at the bottom, to do stuff. You can use that influence as well to gain money when you're buying things or spending money. You also need to put meeples down on the sort of market area. There's an awful lot you want to do, and no time at all to do it. The game ends is quite variable. It's either one of three conditions where the bag either empties. If the bag empties, all the tickets go, or 2 artists become celebrities. Then if 2 of those conditions are met, then the game ends. And the bag always empties, and usually tickets go, but the end sometimes just creeps up on you, and it's like, oh, I still need to do about 5 things, and you've got like 1 action left. Yeah, I really like this game. It's sort of I'm not sure if it's my favourite out of Lacerda's, because Lisboa and Venus are also very good, as is Kanban. But yeah, it's a really good game.
Okay, John?
Yeah, so this was my first play, and when we sat down going through rules, it seemed really intimidating, even for like heavy Euro. And but after a few while, as you're saying, because there's only 8 actions and 4 action spaces, it does click quite quickly. But even then, it's really, really hard. As you're saying, like you're so tight for everything. Like every decision, there's so much has to go into every decision, and like I'll tell you about on my next turn you realize, oh, I should have done something different. But no, I think in the end, well, the point halfway through I was like, am I enjoying it? Am I having fun? I didn't really know. But I think by the end of it and like the end game and stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Tim?
Yeah, like Andy said, this is really complicated to teach, but then once you're actually in the meat of it, it's just those simple actions, but they take a great deal of thought, because each one of those actions you're actually picking about 4 side benefits and other things that you might be able to trigger later in the game by the action. So they're small choices, but they have big consequences when you actually come to your next turn. I really enjoyed it in terms of it is really tight in managing 3 different economies, so you might have a lot of money and then you don't have any influence, and that means that's really hurting you because you can't take extra actions with that. I don't think he's made a bad game. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, rating?
Probably a 9 if I play it one more time.
Wow, okay.
I'd have to say 7.5, but would definitely play again, and I could see it going up unless it turns out there's like some game breaking strategy. But it's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Andy?
Yeah, I'd probably give this a 9 easily. So I've had this ever since it came out. It's a game I always want to play. Sort of, it's just a big box and takes a bit of looking around.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great game.
Okay. Yes, as they said, really, there's an awful lot going on, and it is simple, and yeah, I think Tim summarised it very well. There's so many extra things you need to think about with each of those actions, because you can trigger all those little bonus actions. I was fully engaged throughout. It's a real brain burner, and as John said, really, it's one of those, I'm not sure if I enjoyed the experience, and yeah, I got to the end and I was like, I want to play it again. Not right now, but I definitely want to play it again. It's like I can see what I should be doing next time. It's a very well-crafted game. I think I'd be on a 7.5 in terms of my experience, but I think that could go up if I played it more. Yeah, it's very good. All right, thanks for watching. That was The Gallerist.